Hey, what's going on with y'all? Fellas, ladies, what's good? Um, I want to discuss like the darker part of the internet. Not necessarily the dark web, but just the side where you're like, how the fuck did I get here side? The side where you're like, oh shit, I'm on that weird part again. And then the other side was like, fuck, man, this is that. Fuck, I wish I didn't see that shit, but I gotta keep watching that part. It's like, and you end up on that side of the internet, and sometimes you go there looking for it, sometimes you get there by accident, is my point. And I had certain situations and specific times where I went on there looking for some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, this is my bright idea was I was short on rent and I didn't want to fucking lose my place. You dig me? So my thing was how the fuck I'm gonna get this money? You know what I'm saying? With these pills that I got, because ain't nobody trying to buy them out here. But I know people who will buy them in other states. So how can I do this on the internet and how can I figure it out? By asking on the internet without using fucking Google or some shit. Because clearly they be tracking everything you write on that shit. So you gotta be careful. So I'm like, I got the Onion browser thing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it's called, the Onion. Some shit. I got the browser for it, and you download it, and it's like I think it's some other tour or some shit like that. Yeah, got that shit, and I went on this shit, and I downloaded it. Got the browser. You can like press you to change your IP address, so you can like it'll show up that like you're in Russia and all that shit like that. It's crazy. And I kept changing it like every like minute. Like I wouldn't fucking hesitate to keep changing that shit over and over because I was just paranoid. Because I ended up in some place I shouldn't have been at, and I'm gonna tell you that place. It ended up being an anonymous chat room. Why was I in an anonymous chat room? Because I needed to ask some anonymous fucking questions that I couldn't ask anybody except in an anonymous chat room. So I decided to go up in this anonymous chat room place that I found via the hidden wiki. You gotta sit there and dig through all these fucking links. It take about 10 to 15 minutes to open up. They slow as I don't know what because there's so much shit going on in there. It's so much abandoned shit out there. It's scary. So you think there's not shit really going on out there? There shit is. Just don't try to find that shit. So I went over there on anonymous chat room and you just go on there and it's like descriptions like just talk to random people and you guys don't know each other's names nothing like that. Keep it anonymous and then move on to the next person. When you refresh the page, you refresh it, you can talk to somebody else. So I got on there and I talked to the first person. My questions I was trying to ask these people was I wanted to find out how to exchange bitcoins into cash. And I also wanted to find out how to purchase bitcoins and what was the safest place to do that without being like, traced and shit. And what was the best method. Stupid shit, right? And people were just like, I'm not really sure, blah, blah. They actually give me some information. One person was just like, why don't you just go fuck yourself, buddy? And I was like, okay. And I refreshed the page, went to the next person. Next person was like, well, you need to go. First, he was telling me you need to go buy bitcoins, and I was like, well, how much are bitcoins? Like, tell me the price. They're expensive as fuck. And then told me I was like trying to tell me how to do this shit. I'm not exactly sure. Like, what are you trying to do exactly? I was like, well, I'm trying to sell some shit on the internet anonymously, and I don't want nobody to find out that I'm doing that shit, and I need to do it, and because I can get a high price on this website, I can get top dollar. It's illegal shit, clearly. And he's like, oh, okay. He didn't judge me or no shit. He's just like, all right, well, I'm not really sure how to do that part, but, I can tell you that. And he told me a little bit of something. So I got the information from the anonymous chat room. So that shit right there can start just in that fucking area right there. That's where all the horror begins, is in chat rooms and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, even back to Yahoo days, that chat room is a bitch. It's a motherfucker, man. That's sick people sitting there. I was one of them momentarily. I mean, I wasn't that sick, but it was like I was in a place with sick fucks. And maybe some people just was on there trying to explore and try to see if they can just have a normal conversation with somebody. Maybe people do. Just because my conversation was fucked up don't mean the next person's going to be fucked up. So I can't judge everybody. Honestly, I was just trying to find a way to make some extra money. Wasn't nothing crazy. That's it. It was illegal, but that was it though. And I was thinking about doing it. So I went onto one of the drug websites. I was like, can you actually sell shit online? Like, I was curious. So I went on there and I'm looking at shit. And I heard like the Silk Road and things like that. I think that's what it's called. I think that's it. I hope I'm not confusing it with one of them fucking disgusting websites they be having on there and shit, the fucking child fucking pornography bullshit that they have all over the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just disgusting, man. Like, they have like these fake ass names and shit for stuff, and like you click on it and they don't work anyway. Thank God, you know what I'm saying. But none of them links work. None of that shit. Nothing works on there. Like, everything's abandoned. It don't work. So, and I heard the Silk Road ain't even a real website like no more. Like, you go on that shit, it's like a fake ass like you FBI be at your door like knock knock, stupid motherfucker. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for distributing your fucking prescription pills to some fucking idiot across the street that ended up being an FBI agent. So I thought I was gonna try to get away with something doing like that. I didn't do it because I got backed out because I couldn't get the proper information, and I wasn't gonna do it sloppy and get caught. I damn sure wasn't gonna have that happen. So I just backed out of the whole thing, and I didn't end up doing it. But it was creepy being in there. I felt like I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing while I was in there, and that's why I should have got the fuck out. If you're feeling like you should not be doing some shit, then you should not be doing it. Because especially on the internet, that's the only place where that rule applies the most. Is if you feel like you shouldn't be there, get the fuck out. Because that's the power of the internet. You can just click the button like that, and then you can get out. It ain't like that in real life though. You can't just always get out of some shit. It's not as easy. But in that situation, it was easy. I had the control. And I just really wanted to find out shit, and it was like you get an adrenaline rush when you're on there, because you feel like you're doing something that you hear all these stories about. I didn't hear about this dark web shit till it was like too late. I'm glad. I didn't want to fucking be on that shit, I mean, like, what do they have on there really? Besides, like, only thing I give a fuck about was how to make money on there. That was my only ambition to go on there, was find out how to make money. And find out like ways. I knew they had ways to make currency and things like that, and also selling shit on there. So I was trying. That's what I wanted to get on there about. Fuck all the other nonsense and shit that they got out there, disgusting websites and shit. Fake ass Facebook pages and shit. And the thing is, like, you can't even see what the shit says. They'll have like categories, so you can't just accidentally click on that shit. You got to click on it on purpose, pretty much. So I don't want to hear someone like you accidentally clicked on it. You know damn well you clicked on that shit on purpose if you. Because it's sectioned out if you went to the proper websites where they tell you where the links are at. But that's not, I can't actually, 100% tell you that's what it is, but I'm pretty sure that you can't accidentally do that. You have to be looking for that shit. It's clearly, now you can accidentally, like, you on the porn section, it's not going to tell you that it's child porn or some shit. You click on it and it might bring you somewhere you thought was going to be regular porn and it end up being that garbage. You know what I'm saying? So, just be careful fucking around with that shit, and be careful you can go on that motherfucker. Honestly, you're not really seeing nothing important out there. That shit is for people who need to be on there. You know what I'm saying? People who are on there doing shit like hacking and all that kind of stuff all the time. They need to be anonymous. But how anonymous really are you on that? Like, can you really trust it that much? I mean, I heard like there's rumors about other people who are actually behind this shit, like people in power that we know that hits close to home. So it's hard for you to really trust what the fuck you're doing is actually safe and actually anonymous. Those days are through. Facebook, all that shit, they want you, man. You put a fake name up there, like, man, we put your real name up there, like, I'm like, motherfucker, what? Because I didn't have my real name on my Facebook when I had it, and then all of a sudden, like, you need to we detected your name's not real. I'm like, okay, how the fuck you know this? It was just all that shit and the algorithm, all that shit. It's like what the fuck, man? It's a crazy world out there, man. So you gotta be careful and safe. Like me, like I had a story with the chat room stalker shit. Like I had motherfuckers stalking me from the beginning of time. Like, like part 2 of a story about the Yahoo chat rooms where this fucking pervert dude who I thought was a woman, who identified himself as a woman, and it came out later on was this gay man who was attracted to me and wanted to fucking rape a kid. And that's what he wanted to do. This fucking piece of shit. So that maggot, the continuation of the story, I don't know if that shit ever like really ended with him, because I never seen that person's face. But there was another person I had that was stalking me. I don't know if it was the same person or it was some kind of copycat stalker type shit. And this motherfucker was like on some creepy shit. I was 19 now, so this is 2 years after that shit. Not too long after 17. I'm on Yahoo chat was still working. It still worked at the time. It wasn't, I went on there a little bit every now and then. It wasn't the same. I talked to people on there. There's still fucking freaks and crazy motherfuckers on there. I'm being stupid because the compulsion to want to just talk to motherfuckers, what I'm saying, they just have like fun or whatever. It was cool. It was just whatever. I like that. I can escape into a fake world and shit. I felt like that. You know, that was the fake ass world. This is the real world. You know, and now they're trying to intertwine the two, and that's what things are gonna get confusing. But yeah, so you know, I'm on there doing that shit, and like I talking to a motherfucker that just hit me up. I don't know where the fuck it came from. Just came out of nowhere with a chat popped up on the screen. Like, hey, what's up? I wasn't even in a chat room. And see, I never looked at it like back in the time. I never looked at it like, why the fuck did they know who I was or whatever? Unless you saved my conversation or have the shit waiting to hit me up later. Like, what the fuck is that? Or you just scouting in a room to hit somebody up? That made no sense. Looking back at that shit all these years, you know? That's fucking goddamn 20 years. I mean, fucking 10 years ago. You know, so, that shit happened with that. And, so I get hit up by this girl who I thought was a girl. It hits me up and starts talking, you know, hey, how you doing? I'm like, no, I'm doing good, you know. What was it? ASL, age, sex, location. I'm like, you know, whatever the fuck ever. This is where I'm from and this is what I am. And she's like, okay. And then she says the same thing back to what she is. She's like 23, you know, something, something. And she's a female. And from fucking DC. You know, not far from me at the time. You know, it's like, okay, so what the fuck's up with you? You know what I'm saying? Like we're talking and all this shit, and then like we exchanged phone numbers, and you know that was a mistake. And we started texting and shit like that, and we're texting and talking crazy shit. And like sooner or later, I don't know when it came out, but eventually this motherfucker's like, hey man, would you be mad? Like, or no, told me that the sister, it was like, he was the brother of her. And like her phone, like she, like something happened to her and she couldn't use that phone no fucking more. And he's like, and then he just like stuck his way in there. Hey, my name is fucking Jerry. You know, I remember his name. Some people just don't forget. I'm not gonna say what his name is, but you know, my name is Jerry, and you know, what's up? And I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, yeah, I'm a brother, and you know, this is what happened. I was like, oh, my bad. And he came off like a genuine dude, and I ain't had no friends really like that no more at the time. And I'm like, and he's just like, you know, trying to come in there and be like a good friend or whatever. And all of a sudden, like, after like weeks of just acting like it was cool and shit, and talking about chilling, drinking some beers and shit, this motherfucker starts like off the wall, talking like nasty shit, like, yo, dog, man, we can go G a bitch or blah blah. You know, yeah. I'm like, you know, we get a girl. I got plenty of chicks, man. I could bring one over and we can fucking tag team the joint. I'm just like, right, whatever. I don't really know you that well. I don't really want to do tag team and shit with dudes anyway. You know, but so he's talking shit like that, and all of a sudden he's like, yo, dog, what would you do if like you was fucking this girl and all of a sudden you felt like my tongue like slithered up the crack of your ass? I'm like, what the fuck, dog? First of all, you cross all homie code. You know what I'm saying? If he would have actually said that to me when he was like actually here in a conversation, I knew I'd punch him right in his fucking nose for saying some garbage like that. You don't say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I barely know you like that and you talking some shit like that and about, you don't do that. Like, you just, like, my boys ain't never do no shit like that, dog. Like, we said shit like, what would you do if somebody else did that? Not, what would you do if I did the shit? Like, that sounds like a fucking threat to me. So I'm only gonna be in nothing, no choice but the one that just want to knock you the fuck out after hearing some shit like that. So you gonna say that on text? I'm like, hold the fuck up, you know, like, dude, what are you talking about? And he's just like, I'm just fucking around with you, dog. I'm just saying, wouldn't it be funny though, man? No, it wouldn't be funny at all. It wouldn't be a funny situation at all. It'd be a very fucking nasty, sticky situation because it's not gonna go well, man. Fucking disgusting, man. You know who says that? So like after that, I'm like, you know, he starts talking some shit, and then like I'm just like, never, I'm not gay, you know, no offense, I don't want to talk about no shit like that. He's like, oh my bad, I was just saying that, man. I'm just, you know. Then he tells me he's bi and shit. I'm like, okay, that's, you know, good for you. Do you want an award for that? Like, and then like after that, he starts talking some more bullshit, and starts talking about three-way shit again. He's like, you gotta chill, y'all. Get some beers. We can go chill. You know, he was out like not too far from where I was at or whatever, and I was like, all right, that's what's up. And he's like, yeah, man, we can get this chick, dog. Like, for real, what would you do, man? Like, you felt like you was behind this shit. She was like sucking your dick, and all of a sudden, like, I came down there and like I accidentally like grabbed your balls or some shit. I'm like, dog, there's no accidentally grabbing my balls in a situation like that, dog. Like, what? I'm just like, yo, first of all, man, just like stop hitting me up. I just said, like, I'm out. You're my friend, dog. I don't even know you really. You're supposed to be the brother of this chick. Where the fuck is she at? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to her? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Like you never heard from nothing. You just don't even talk about her ass no more. What's her fucking last name? You know, all this shit. And he's just, like, not making any sense. So I just said, don't talk to me no more. And from that day on, that motherfucker would, like, hit me up every now and then from, like, random numbers. You know, that shit was always, like, creepy, you know, hit me up and just, like, texting and shit like that and saying who it was. And I just kept saying, yo, fuck off, man. Like, fucking try to add me on fucking, like, MySpace and shit. I saw his MySpace. I'm just like, who the fuck is this motherfucker? Like, is this the person that's been doing this all along from back then? Because I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't remember that person talking that way, but who knows? That person could have been talking like that in an accent and making up this another character in this phony fucking life that he's living behind a closed door. I never seen that person. So, doing all this weird shit. And then, like, for those days on, from years all the way up to I was like 23, even to this day, I still get texts that, because I have the same number from when that shit happened. I have the same fucking number from all those years. And people are probably thinking to myself, why don't you change your fucking number? Because I feel like a lot of reason is because this number had a lot of history to it, and I just don't want to change my number for other reasons. But I don't really give a fuck, honestly. Because I'm like, they got this fucking far, you know what I'm saying? There's not much more I can do to keep my identity away from these motherfuckers. Like, so changing my number is not an option right now. I don't really care to do that. You know, no one really hits my, and people who call me, I don't answer the number if I don't know you. That's all to it. I don't get bugged by people. But I was, for years after that, I was always getting a random text that would hit me up and be like, hey, what's up? And I would hit it back and I'd be like, what's up? And it wouldn't say shit, or it would say something back like nothing. That's what's up, like, you know, who are you? And it'd be like, it wouldn't text back, and I'd be like, who is this? And then I'd be like, who is this? And they'll laugh out loud. They'll write laugh out loud. And that was it. And that would happen like 2-3 times a day. Like, and it would stop, and it would like come like a week later or next month, and just do the same thing. Hit me up from a random number saying, "What's up? What's good?" I write back, and then I say the same thing. They do the same shit again and again. And that's how the conversations would go. And I'll get phone calls from people who would say shit, just be silent. That's why I stopped answering people's numbers I don't know no more. I don't fucking answer that shit. I don't answer nothing. So, like, I've been getting fucked with and stalked, like, all my fucking life by people. You know what I'm saying? And then it just graduated into gang stalking. So I was never able to catch a fucking break out of this shit, you know? If it wasn't from some crazy-ass woman, it was from half of the fucking country. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's at least the way it felt. Half of the damn city. So it's like, will I ever be free? You know? Whenever I get peace, you know? I guess. I mean, no matter what, I'm always gonna feel free, but I might not feel peace at the same time, you know. But until I can feel both of those things, and this shit is never gonna be at an end. It's never gonna be solved. I'll never be able to resolve this shit. I'll never be able to get the full closure that I ever want, because I never got to know about shit that actually really happened to me. I just can give you facts and details of what happened in these situations. For all I know, these people, and this is a scary thing, is that, you know, motherfuckers that seek you out, people seek you out for years sometimes. People seek you out for fucking 5, 6, 7 years, even 10, seeking you out before they will actually grab you up. And then they finally find the right day to grab you. You know, that can happen. It's a scary world out there. So you gotta be careful. You know, this shit that happened to me for a long time, it's stalker bullshit. You know, I add those things up. I put the pieces together to try to add them up to some shit that's been going on now, and some of that shit almost seems like it goes together. At the end of the day, I'll never know the full truth behind any of this shit, because they're all fucking liars, you know, and that's the problem. You're never gonna get closure if people aren't telling you the fucking truth. Trying to find it out only ends up bringing you into a dark situation. I tried to find a solution to my problem via the dark web, and that was the dumbest thing I could ever do. That could be a lot of reasons why I got gang stalked. My information could have got fucking breached out onto the dark web somehow. I don't fucking know. People knew a lot of shit about me that they should have known. all my information. And I get to the point that my identity is not even it's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because like I go to places to try to get a job, like motherfuckers, like my background check don't come back. Everyone else's does, but mine don't come back. There's nothing wrong with my background. I ain't did no bullshit in over 10 years. There's nothing wrong with my fucking background. I know I can get jobs that I want because I've been through that shit and I did that. So what's wrong with it all of a sudden? You know, and that shit's all fucked up. And a lot of this stuff all happened from very young. I had a time when a motherfucker almost tried to pick me up and put me in his car. And I told him I ain't ride with strangers on this shit, and he was like really insistent on this shit. They tried to get me in the car. This creepy looking motherfucker that no one ever wanted to look at and see. And he had like a son that he was always like, you know, fucking yelling at and shit. And he ended up killing his son and his wife and himself. That happened, yo. You know, and this motherfucker's trying to pick up motherfuckers and take them places. You know, who knows who the fuck else he killed? And they found the body and shit like that. He went and like dumped him out in the river and shit like that. And they found him dead in his apartment. And chopped up his kid and put him in a trash bag and killed and threw him in the lake. The fuck, not even that far from the house. Sick motherfucker, man. I could have ended up in that goddamn trash bag. His poor son had to end up in there, and his wife, who didn't deserve that shit. And then possibly couldn't do anything to you to deserve to be chopped up and thrown in the garbage like that. Thrown in the lake like they're garbage. Like their life ain't mean shit. I don't believe it. There's nothing they could have did that bad. You know, so, you know, that's fucked up, and God bless. You know, and all hell to the motherfucker that did it. And, you know, and hopefully he's fucking, you know, resting in there right now. Exactly where he belongs and deserves to be, you know. And the same goes for anybody else who preys and stalks on fucking kids, even into adulthood, because they never got to go past a childhood that you keep trying to hold back because of this fucking traumatic shit that you're doing to people. Fucks with their head. It fucks with their head into adulthood. It carries on into adulthood. You fucking grown man and wondering why motherfuckers are still following you and calling you and hitting you up and not really saying shit. You know, I still get hit up with the conversations of like, hey, who is this? You know, and I'm like, who the fuck are you? And then they don't say nothing back. That still happens. Even if I change my fucking number, it happens on fucking apps and shit. There's no fucking way to get away around this shit. I'm liable to get a new number and then somehow it's gonna connect to all my contacts and then they're gonna. It don't fucking matter no more. It just don't even fucking matter. Like, I don't give a shit. And I'm not trying to be like so hidden that I gotta like hide from everything. I'm not doing that no more. Fuck that. Look, I'm gonna sign out, man. Wanted to just discuss that with y'all. I don't think there's not too many things I missed out on. I ain't got that much to say about the dark web besides the fact that I was never on it that long. You know, just like in total, like all the time I've ever been on it was an hour in total, and got the fuck off of there. The longest I was ever on there was the day I was doing that chat room shit. Other than that, I would go and look at shit, and then I wouldn't find out. Everything didn't work. It was slow as fuck, and it wouldn't work. And then I just got off and never used it again for a long ass time. So I didn't know if that had any relations towards a lot of the shit that happened to me. It's possible that it did. But I wasn't on there like that, wasting a lot of time. I wasn't doing a lot of shit on there for anything, a reason to be targeted because of that. But that's where you can... I didn't give nobody my information or no dumbass shit like that, but who fucking knows? You know what I'm saying? That someone got into my shit somehow. Who fuck? I know how it happened. You know, I told the hard drive shit that someone put into my computer. That's probably one of the reasons. One of the main reasons, but just gotta be careful out there, man. It is the dark part everywhere. Just be careful where you go. You don't have to just be when you're searching for it. You know, it can also be some shit you're not looking for. You end up there, and then you didn't go with your gut instinct. Get the fuck away. You know, there's danger down there. Don't go down there. There's sharks down there. You know, shit. Look at that shit like that. Anyway, y'all take it easy, man. Like and subscribe. You like my videos, man. More down to pump out some more, of course. And y'all take it easy out there. Peace.